Another interesting gentleman. Okello Ojok from northern Uganda. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Richard. Thank you.
I was starting to get worried.
Thank you very much, CivSource, and thank you very much, Jackie, for your nuggets of philanthropic wisdom. Today is a great day for givers. One of the things that I picked from your submission, and that I think is very important, is that giving must be inculcated during childhood. This speaks volumes for me because personally, I was born and grew up in northern Uganda. At one point, our home was like an internally displaced people's camp. My mother was taking care of 300 people. And right now I look at myself and ask, if my mother with very little resources could take care of 300 people in a small compound, what could I do with the knowledge, with the resources, and with the networks that I have in my possession? And so this keeps on inspiring me and making me to be a giver. It is also important for us to notice that giving is not altruism. In fact, when we give, we benefit much more than the people we are giving to. And so giving is like a boomerang. It will always bounce back to us with more blessings and with more happiness. It's also very important for us to understand that giving must not be comfortable. In fact, it should always be uncomfortable. Because when we think that we should only give when we are comfortable, it means that we are never going to give, because we all know that comfort is almost a luxury. So we must even when we think we are uncomfortable of situations. And this platform, the gathering of givers, particularly important to me because it will enable us to tap the resources we have within our networks. And it's important to appreciate the fact that, for instance, the people who are on this platform are connected in one way or the other. I could tell you a story about my brother being arrested just 2 weeks ago, and Nicholas Opio coming to my rescue. This is interesting. And so if we always collaborate within this ecosystem, I think it is important. And lastly, I want to make a very pertinent but perhaps controversial point. Jackie and other presenters noted that religion is always this factor that endears people to give. But I would like to deviate and say that nothing should compel us to give, but just the fact that we are human beings, and it is an intrinsic human value to make sure that we give and help one another. These are the things that make us human. Giving is what makes the world a much better place. And just to conclude, I give in many ways. One of the initiatives I've started is called Okere City, and our dream is to develop a sustainable community in a rural village in Otuke. And we have been successful mostly because of givers. Our communities, the children at our community school are supported by a network of givers, mostly in Uganda. I think this is a big applause to us as Africans, and that we must, right now at this time, be in position to change narratives, to tell our stories, and be at the forefront of changing narratives about giving. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Okello. Thank you for the wisdom you have shared. And your opinions, you, you said when you give, it comes back to you. We can see you look good, Okello. You look good, your heart is fonder, your spirit is light, and we want to thank you, we want to celebrate you, and your mother, who looked after 300 children. That is amazing. We can all give, you don't have to have. Yeah, you don't have to have a lot to give. You can give what you have. On that note, maybe I take one last comment from Mr. Nicholas Opio, and I will invite our CEO, CivSource, Jackie.